The night school of whispering pines. The rain had stopped just before midnight. Outside, the world was quiet, wrapped in a blanket of silver mist. The pines surrounding the valley swayed gently like old, sleepy giants whispering secrets to one another. Deep in their shadows, almost invisible to the ordinary eye, stood a castle. Not a castle of stone and cold halls, but a castle alive, breathing softly in the night, a place known only in dreams or in stories half remembered after sleep. It was the night school of whispering pines. Tonight, a new student was arriving. Her name was Elara Moon, and she had always felt that the ordinary world was too ordinary. She listened to the wind as if it spoke in secret words. She loved stars more than sleep, and once, only once, she had seen a candle flicker in a shape that looked almost like a smile. Now, she rode in a carriage drawn not by horses, but by enormous moths. Their wings shimmered like silk in the moonlight. The driver, an elderly man in a patchwork coat, hummed a tune soft enough to make the mist tremble. "Almost there," he said, his voice a lullaby in itself. "The night school waits for those who listen." The gates opened with a sigh, welcoming her into a world where every shadow held a secret and every lantern glowed with possibility. Inside, the castle was alive, but quiet in its own peculiar way. Portraits blinked sleepily as Elara passed. Some waved softly, some whispered greetings she could barely hear. The chandeliers shimmered like captured constellations. A fountain in the grand atrium flowed with silver water that whispered softly, "Welcome, welcome, welcome," to anyone patient enough to listen. A voice, gentle as a breeze through autumn leaves, spoke from behind her. "Welcome, Miss Moon," said an old woman with robes the color of twilight. Her eyes sparkled like dew on morning grass, even though it was night. "You've found your way here because you have the gift of quiet magic," she continued. "Magic that listens before it speaks. Magic that glows instead of burns. Tonight, you will learn your first lesson, the art of stillness." Elara followed her down a hallway lined with softly glowing lanterns. Outside, the forest glittered with blue fireflies, drifting lazily like gentle sparks of dreams. The castle was not just a building, it was a living memory, a place where the night itself hummed in harmony. In a round hall with windows reaching up to the stars, students were gathered. They sat cross-legged on cushions, eyes closed, breathing slowly and evenly. Each one seemed to glow softly from within, as if their dreams were gently spilling into the room. The headmistress spoke in a voice like flowing water. "In this school, we studied dreams. We learned to walk through the mind's corridors, to listen, to heal, and to weave peace into the night itself." Elara felt her chest fill with warmth, a light that didn't burn but shimmered softly, as though the night had decided she belonged here. One by one, the students rose and whispered their names. Some names were soft, like wind over leaves. Some names were strong, like mountains in a calm sunrise. When it was Elara's turn, she stepped forward, her voice a quiet bell in the still room. "I am Elara Moon," she said, and the room seemed to nod back. The headmistress smiled. "The quiet magic in you will shine tonight," she whispered. "Listen and let the night speak to you." After the sorting of dreams, Elara was led to the library of lanterns. Rows upon rows of books stretched higher than she could see, their spines glowing faintly in silver and gold. Every book hummed a quiet song, some soft and sweet, some deep and wise. She ran her fingers along a row of dusty tomes, and one opened of its own accord. Inside, the pages smelled of old rain, lavender, and the promise of adventure. A small cat with fur like twilight padded silently across the shelves. It regarded her with golden eyes and purred, "Magic is in the stillness, little one, the kind that notices the whispers in every shadow." Elara found a cozy corner, settled on a cushion, and let the quiet hum of the library fill her. Outside, the fireflies danced like tiny lanterns drifting through the trees. Somewhere deep in the castle, a candle flickered in a shape that looked almost like a smile, just for her. Back in the round hall, the headmistress instructed the students. "Close your eyes. Feel the night around you. Listen not just with your ears, but with your heart." Elara sat very still. She listened to the whisper of wind through the pines, the gentle trickle of water from the fountains, the soft hum of magic in the very walls of the castle. The world felt large and small all at once. The stars were distant, but somehow close enough to touch. The night was deep, yet soft as a blanket. The headmistress spoke again, softly. "Magic is not only fire and wonder, it is stillness. It is listening. It is kindness wrapped around your own heartbeat and the heartbeat of the world itself." Elara closed her eyes fully. She felt herself drifting, carried gently by the castle, the forest, and the quiet hum of magic. Later, when the candles dimmed and the great clock chimed one, the students returned to their dormitories. Elara lay beneath a quilt that smelled faintly of lavender and parchment. She could hear the forest singing softly beyond her window, a song without words, made only of wind and stars. She smiled. Somewhere deep in the school, a new candle lit itself. Its flame flickered in the shape of a tiny, gentle smile, just for her. And the headmistress' whisper floated on the night air. "Good night, Elara. Good night, dreamer." The castle drifted back into silence. The pines settled into their slow sway, and the fireflies dimmed until the next night's magic began again. And now, dear listener, you may close your eyes and let your own dreams carry you softly through forests of whispering pines and into the gentle arms of night.